Hi, welcome to our channel. I'm Whitney.
I'm Angie.
And we're the Simple Teachers. Today we have a great video for you. Angie here is going to go through the components of reading, and then she's going to help us know how we can use them for assessment. They actually align with each other. She calls it the drill down, and so this is something that I've used in my classroom a lot. You will really enjoy it. So she'll go through the reading drill down for the assessments, and then she'll go over quickly just effective reading instruction. So here we go with the reading components.
All right, I'm going to start at the bottom of the reading components, and the foundation of literacy is oral language. And oral language is just getting those kids to talk. They need to talk, and they can learn to listen, have conversation, and you need to provide those opportunities. Right above that, we have a couple of components that are part of the early literacy skills. Letter knowledge, and that's the knowledge of our 26 upper and 26 lowercase letters, and they need to know their shape or symbol, their sound, their name, and how to write them. So that's a lot of stuff they need to know with letter knowledge. And then the other early literacy component is print awareness, and that's basically, I call it, it's a funny phrase, but I call it how to book. So they have to hold the book and how to turn the pages and left to right and word, and all the things about a book, and that words have meaning, and that what a word is, and sentences, and just everything with that book. And then above that is phonological awareness, and that is just the understanding of the sounds in our language, from the largest part of syllables and words down to the smallest part of phonemes. Phonics is the instruction that provides understanding of the relationships between letters and their sounds, and getting kids to be able to blend those sounds together to read words. Fluency is made up of three things: rate, accuracy, and prosody. And prosody, those are the elements that we teach. Those elements are smoothness, volume and stress, intonation, phrasing or punctuation, and expression, which is kind of everything, but not quite, but kind of everything. So
that's what we measure, accuracy and rate, but we teach it through prosody elements.
Yes, exactly. And we'll see rate increase after we've had prosody lessons, and we'll see accuracy increase when we are teaching phonics.
Can we throw in your analogy of the dog and its tail?
Oh, yeah.
I love that analogy.
Yeah, it comes from Tim Shanahan, who is a fluency guru. If you read anything fluency, you'll read Tim Shanahan. And he said he has a dog, and his dog is happy when he's around, and when he's happy, his tail wags.
Yep.
So one day he was angry at him and grouchy, and he thought, well, when his tail is wagging, he's happy, so I'm going to wag his tail. And he wagged his tail, and he got bit. So the analogy is you don't wag the tail or have that assessment outcome to get what you want. So we're not going to do the assessment of rate to get the outcome of prosody.
It's a natural outcome. Rate will naturally happen with good instruction.
Yes.
Right.
So we teach prosody and we get rate.
Yep.
We focus on prosody. Oh, happy dog. We get a wagging tail.
Yes.
But we can't wag the tail. We can't focus on rate. We can't focus on rate.
So they all go together to get that rate. I love that analogy.
Yes.
Love it.
Next is vocabulary, and that's just teaching the meanings of words, the meanings of word parts, the enjoyment of words. And top of the stack is comprehension, and that is that what we read, we understand. So we are making meaning of what we're reading, and it is the reason why we do everything else. So we want to make sure that, and we can connect many of our lessons below comprehension into our comprehension lesson.
That is awesome to me.
Yeah.
If you have a good text with comprehension, you can pull in so many lessons through that, especially upper grade.
Oh, for sure.
It's awesome. That kind of leads us into the next part, the reading drill down, how to take these components of reading and how to use them for assessment and how they align. So we'll jump to that next.
So the drill down is something that I've used for a long time. And basically I call it drill down because if you have a problem in one area, you kind of look down in the area below it to say, oh, is this where the problem lies? And if there's still a problem in that area, you go down one more. Oh, is this where the problem lies? And you just keep drilling down until you get to the root of the problem. Unfortunately, or typically, we find our kids that struggle, most of their problems will lie in phonics. I can almost guesstimate 80 to 90% of struggling readers, they're going to have a phonics issue.
Huh.
But I mean, it's easy to fix. So that's maybe good news.
Yeah.
Comprehension is the hardest thing to fix. So if they have a comprehension issue and we're seeing that, and then we drill down into vocabulary and the vocabulary is actually really good, that comprehension issue is a hard one to fix. So it's not very common, but more difficult to do intervention on. As far as a phonics issue, we drill down. There's a problem in fluency, we drill down. Oh, it's a phonics issue. That's easy to fix. We can patch that one up. And as soon as that phonics is patched up, we see fluency improve. So that's just kind of how drill down goes. When you see a problem, you'd keep drilling down with an assessment in the component below until you really find the component that has the root of the problem. So on this drill down assessment sheet, we've listed a couple of free teacher measures that you can use that will provide you with some information that you may not have in each component. And also we've marked which type of assessment they are. So whether they're diagnostic in nature, a progress monitor or screener, and a benchmark or an outcome. So we've marked that for you. So if you have a student that needs a progress monitor in a comprehension, then you're going to look to a teacher-led discussion or a teacher-made comprehension measure. And that's going to be your best diagnostic or progress monitor. So you as the teacher, it's up to you. Yeah. You're going to have to really get your thinking going and
find ways to see their thinking.
Yeah. You can do a maze for some diagnostic as well, but a comprehension diagnostic, you really have to just dig in and think about what is it they're doing, what is it they're missing. Comprehension is the most difficult one. It eludes us still. The research is very clear with the fact that teacher discussion and that small group intervention time is really your best assessment of comprehension still. As far as vocabulary, if you do have an issue in comprehension and you go down to vocabulary to check in there and see what's wrong, there's a couple different assessments in there. The core vocabulary screening can work as a little bit of a diagnostic. It has just a set of words, but it can give you an idea of maybe what type of words they're missing, or you can look and see, how many words they may know. I use the Dibble's Word Use Fluency, the WUF. Sometimes I would give that to kids that didn't speak very much and see if they were not speaking because they didn't have a lot of words to say, and would often find that they didn't have a lot of words. And so then I could do a lot of vocabulary work with them. So in a way, I use the Dibble's WUF as a diagnostic, but I couldn't mark it as that because it doesn't claim to be that. Okay, so then now fluency has an asterisk by it because that is an entry point of assessment. We can enter in at Fluency, and Fluency tells us about comprehension above it as well as phonics below it. And so that's kind of unique. When Fluency is low, it will impact comprehension. And when comprehension is low, it will impact fluency. It's a chicken and the egg. We don't know which comes first. So that's why I say it can tell us something about what's above it. So fluency is a really great assessment. So to have a Dibbles oral reading fluency on your students is an awesome assessment. To look at that, you can really tell a lot from your student when you dig in and analyze their assessment data. The words read correct can, if they're right on target, then they're probably doing pretty well. Their retail, if it's low, we might want to go check their comprehension.
Comprehension issue, yep.
Yeah, see how that kind of tells me that. If their accuracy is low, it's a phonics problem, right? So it gives me parts of 3 different components just from that one assessment. So it really might be my favorite one assessment because it's quick and it guides me to which place I need to do more assessment. Mm-hmm. And it's not the end, it's the beginning.
Yeah. If
I have a oral reading fluency and my accuracy is low, I'm going to immediately get down into the phonics core phonics survey piece. And I'm going to do a diagnostic with that and see exactly where the issue lies. And then I could use my oral reading fluency as my progress monitor to see, hey, is it getting patched up? Is it patching up? Patching up? Because I just watched that accuracy number. And if accuracy goes up, the rate's going to go up too. So we're gonna see all sorts of things happening in oral reading fluency if we take a good analysis of that. That's the scores that we get from that. So then again, if there's a fluency issue, we go down to phonics. There's a phonics problem. I might want to go all the way down to phonemic awareness just to make sure that phonemic awareness isn't the real root of the problem. Okay. So that's kind of how that works. I sort of talked a long time about it, but it's really critical.
And to get these assessments, we've put the resources down at the bottom of the sheet so you can access all of those assessments. Well, we want to know, what assessment measures are you using to assess the different reading components? Go ahead and leave a comment down below. I'm using Dibbles as my main, and then for comprehension I use teacher-led discussion and I use graphic organizers. So those are just a couple examples of what I use, but we would love to hear what you guys use as well.
All right, so the last part is just a page with a few really brief explanations, or maybe we'll call it listings, of effective instruction for each of these components. Nothing really explicit or just laid out for you, but just some reminders of things that you really want to make sure that you're kind of hitting in your classroom.
Yeah.
We want to make sure that as many teachers out there are teaching these components every day in their classroom. They're critical. I mean, I say it all the time in my classes that my students, I need them teaching these every day. And I hope they do. I know Whitney does.
I do. So if you are teaching these every day or promise to teach them every day, give a thumbs up. That's really good. Good job. If you have any questions, make sure to ask in the comments. We'll respond. Anything else?
Good. No, I think, yeah.
Well, thanks for watching our channel. Make sure you like this video, comment, and subscribe. And again, I'm Whitney.
I'm Angie.
And Simply Teach.